Hello, my name is Toby Jones and thank you for tuning in into another drum lesson. Now today I'm going to be moving on from the first video, so if you haven't watched that, please do check that out. But I thought, well, now we need to move on to drum fills. I feel maybe a lot of you who have done that drum groove would have gone, well, now I've learned it, it's kind of a bit boring, I want some kind of variation, and that's exactly what I'm going to be covering today. So when I speak drum fills, what do I mean by fill? You know, basically, all a fill means to me personally, because it means different to everyone else, it means either a variation in the groove or something to fill the space. Now, by filling the space, I don't mean something very, very complex and just busy using all your limbs. That's not the point. I'm literally just talking about maybe if you're in a song and you've got a vocal break, it's something to break that down and something to just fill the space out a little bit more so it's not just empty. So drum fills can also be used to build into the next section of a song, so into a chorus. And you probably do this naturally in terms of dynamics. You probably build up your tension and you probably get louder to go into a chorus, or you might go from your hi-hats onto a ride cymbal. And this is all very well, but I'm talking about using limbs to go away from the groove, to go around the kit, to give some variation. So obviously, Toby, there's like an infinite amount of possibilities for drum fills, isn't there, surely? Yes, absolutely. That's why I've chosen 3 fills. And one of which, and each are all complete different lengths. So you've got obviously an idea of how they work and how to mess around. Because obviously, once you've learnt these, there's endless possibilities for you to go away and learn. Okay, so the first drum fill is only going to be half a beat long. It's going to be worth an 8th note. Now, all I'm going to be doing is when I'm playing our groove, I'm just going to play an extra hi-hat. That's all it is. And you might be saying, well, that's not a drum fill, that's just literally an extra note. But I feel that whatever's different from the groove, I feel is actually a drum fill on its own right. So all I'm playing is, I have the music at the bottom, is that I'm going to have an extra hi-hat on the and of the 4, and that is absolutely it. There's nothing else. So we're going to try this at the same tempo. Please do play along. Okay, so that one was hopefully a lot easier to just pick up. And if you've not done anything like this before, then just do experiment. Put that extra hi-hat anywhere in that bar and it will sound amazing. As long as it fits with the song, just go with it. Okay, so your next drum fill, I've put it as 1 beat long. Now this, I've literally just put as 3 semiquavers. I'll put it at the music at the bottom. So I'm literally going to be doing 2 snares and then going over to my rack tom as well. And this can be going, you can play a crash cymbal after this. It's something a bit more in depth than the last one, so it's a lot more audible. You can tell it a lot more, whereas the last one you couldn't really hear. So this one you're actually bringing in different elements of the drum kit and you're getting away from that groove. So we're going to play this together on the drum kit. Please do play along. Okay, so we've already come on to our last fill for today. This one I've put as 2 beats long, and this one I would do in a chorus, for example. So you could go over to a ride cymbal for the chorus. If you do, we're going to be doing 4 semiquavers on the snare drum and 4 semiquavers on the floor tom. And I think this one would be best for a chorus because you could put a lot of power into each of those notes, and it leads definitely to like a massive crash at the end of that, and I think that would be great. Okay, so I'm going to try this at the same tempo. Please do play along. Okay, so that's all your drum fills learned. Now, I don't want you to just learn those 3 fills. There's no point in just having 3 fills in your bank. So it's kind of like like I said with the first one, put that hi-hat in other places. Rather than just going to the 2 snares and a rack tom, do it all on the floor tom. Maybe go to each of the crash cymbals to kind of get like a washy kind of sound. As I said before, there's an infinite amount of solutions for a drum fill, and I'd listen to the track and kind of go, what fits? Where's the limit? How far can I go? And do I need to put a drum fill in? And that kind of brings the question, well, how often do I do drum fills? And my kind of rule is for a usual song, I'll use the first kind of fill, just little things that you don't really notice, every kind of 2 to 4 bars. And then the second fill, something that only lasts about a beat long, I'd use maybe every 4 bars, maybe every 8 bars. And then the last one, I'd only use maybe once or twice in the song, that kind of really powerful, just because if it's overused, it's not as powerful. So definitely only use it a couple of times. Okay, so combining all of these together, we're going to play along to a backing track that I've made for you. Okay, that's all I've got for you today. If you want to find out more, please do check out my Instagram and Facebook. You'll find loads more about the drum lessons there. And then I've also got a website where you can find out everything I use and when your next video will be. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.